Where do we go from here? I like the thing Mel said about people can change, and do we want to hear from people with no experience? I think that's something that all three of us are in unanimous agreement about. Is I would trust anybody who had experience with life and had made mistakes, gone out there, fucked up, field research, whatever you want to call it, and came back with something to say about it over somebody who studied the books and knew the right way of doing things without any proof of the wrong way of doing things. Um, Trauma and tragedy being the greatest teachers. I think I can personally attest to that, and I would say that I would have learned nothing without them, and would have still been a piece of shit to this day. Probably. We kind of moved into broken homes and stuff like that, and I guess what I wanted to ask is Jason, your take on specifically the role of like a step parent, right? You said the it's not the lack of a parent there that creates the child of a broken home. It is the lack of initiative on the parents' part, the lack of involvement, the abandonment,